America is the global capital of entertainment, but only a select group of Indian actresses have managed to break through its walls and build real wealth on their own terms. These women did not rely on luck or overnight fame. They crossed continents, redefined their careers, and turned every opportunity into something bigger. Acting contracts became production deals, hosting gigs became multinational brands, and one successful role became the foundation of long-term financial power. Today, we are counting down the richest Indian actresses in America and how each one built a portfolio that goes far beyond what you see on screen. By the time we reach number 1, you will understand exactly how they turned visibility into influence and influence into serious money. Number 10. Janina Gavankar, the tech-savvy shapeshifter. We begin our countdown with a woman who represents the modern intersection of Hollywood acting and Silicon Valley intellect. Janina Gavankar is not your typical starlet. While most fans know her from her high-profile roles in True Blood, The Morning Show, and Big Sky, her financial story is built on something far more lucrative than just script readings: the massive, billion-dollar gaming industry. Born in Joliet, Illinois, to Indian parents, Gavankar entered the industry with a background in music and theater, but she quickly realized that the future of entertainment wasn't just on camera, it was interactive. She became the first actress to use Twitter in 2006, signaling an early understanding of digital branding. But her real wealth acceleration came when she embedded herself in the video game world. She didn't just voice characters, she became a playable protagonist in Star Wars Battlefront 2, a game that generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. This role wasn't a standard voiceover gig. It involved performance capture and global likeness rights, placing her in a royalty bracket that traditional TV actors rarely touch. She leveraged this tech cred to become a creative force behind the camera, co-directing cinematic trailers and consulting for major gaming studios. In an industry where a hit game out-earns a blockbuster movie, Gavankar's position as a geek culture icon has opened income streams that are recession-proof. Her acting career has been equally strategic. Instead of chasing fleeting fame, she locked in recurring roles on prestige dramas like The Morning Show on Apple TV+. Working for a tech giant like Apple comes with a different kind of paycheck structure, higher upfront fees, and a connection to the streaming ecosystem. She also secured a role in the massive Borderlands film franchise, further cementing her status as the go-to actress for high-budget, sci-fi, and fantasy properties. Her lifestyle reflects this eclectic, high-intelligence approach to wealth. She lives in Los Angeles but keeps a low profile, investing her earnings into creative development and tech-forward production tools. She is currently writing and producing her own monster movie, capitalizing on the creature feature resurgence. Janina Gavankar's net worth, estimated in the multi-millions, is a testament to diversification. She proves that in 2024, the smartest actresses don't just memorize lines. They understand code, capture technology, and the future of digital storytelling. Number 9. Noreen DeWulf, the syndication strategist. While Janina conquered the gaming world, our next entry mastered the old-school art of the sitcom syndication check. Noreen DeWulf might appear to be the quintessential Hollywood socialite, glamorous, funny, and married to wealthy NHL goaltender Ryan Miller, but dismissing her as just a wife of would be a massive financial miscalculation. She is a working actress who cracked the code of one of the most profitable business models in television, the 100-episode sitcom run. Noreen landed the role of Lacey on the FX series Anger Management, starring alongside Charlie Sheen. This wasn't just any show, it was structured with a specific syndication deal in mind. The production filmed 100 episodes in record time, a volume that guarantees the show runs in reruns forever. For a main cast member like Noreen, this translates to residual checks that arrive in the mail year after year, long after the cameras have stopped rolling. In the world of acting wealth, this is the golden handcuff, the steady, passive income that builds real estate portfolios. Beyond the sitcom money, Noreen pivoted brilliantly into the reality TV space. She became a breakout star on Hockey Wives, a show that allowed her to monetize her lifestyle. Instead of letting the tabloids speculate on her life, she sold the rights to film it. This move raised her profile significantly, leading to brand endorsements and lifestyle partnerships that cater to the luxury demographic. She has also built a significant social media following, which she leverages for high-end fashion and beauty collaborations. Her wealth is visible in her real estate moves. Alongside her husband, she has bought and sold high-value properties across Los Angeles and Vancouver. They famously listed their Hollywood Hills home, a stunning modern compound above the Sunset Strip, for nearly $3 million. The house featured the kind of amenities that scream new money, including a private screening room and sweeping city views. They have since upgraded to even more exclusive real estate, settling into a life of quiet, high net worth comfort. Noreen DeWulf's story is a lesson in longevity. She didn't need to be the biggest movie star in the world. She just needed to be on the right show, with the right contract, at the right time. By combining sitcom residuals with reality TV fame, she has built a financial safety net that allows her to live life on her own terms. Number 8. Hannah Simone, the sitcom royalty. If Noreen DeWulf cracked the syndication code, Hannah Simone shattered it. Best known for her role as Cece Parrick on the hit Fox series New Girl, Hannah Simone sits on a mountain of television money that most actors only dream of. New Girl wasn't just a hit. It was a generational phenomenon that ran for 7 seasons and 146 episodes. When a show crosses the 100-episode mark, it enters the holy land of off-network syndication. But New Girl did something even better. It became a streaming juggernaut on Netflix. For years, it was one of the most watched acquired shows on the platform. Every time a new generation binges the show, the value of the brand increases and the cast's leverage grows. Hannah, as a top-billed lead from the pilot to the finale, commanded a salary that reportedly swelled to 6 figures per episode in the later seasons. But Hannah didn't just cash the checks and retire. She recognized that the New Girl fanbase was a sleeping giant waiting to be monetized again. She launched the rewatch podcast, Welcome to Our Show, alongside her co-stars Lamorne Morris and Zooey Deschanel. In the modern media landscape, successful podcasts are multi-million-dollar businesses. They attract premium advertising rates from companies like Hyundai and BetterHelp, turning a nostalgic hobby into a serious revenue stream. Born in London and raised across Canada, Saudi Arabia, and Cyprus, Hannah's background is as global as her bank account. She started as a VJ for Much Music in Canada, a grind that taught her the art of hosting and live production. This skill set has made her a valuable asset for hosting gigs on major networks, including the reality competition show Kicking and Screaming. Her lifestyle is remarkably grounded for someone with her wealth, but make no mistake, she lives in the upper echelon of Los Angeles society. She resides in a beautiful, architecturally significant home in Los Angeles with her husband, musician Jesse Giddings. She invests quietly, focusing on stability and family rather than flash. Hannah Simone's wealth is the result of landing a unicorn role, a character that audiences fell in love with and refused to let go of. She proved that in Hollywood, being the best friend can sometimes pay better than being the hero. Number 7. Archie Panjabi, the prestige drama queen. We move now from the bright lights of sitcoms to the intense, high-stakes world of prestige drama. Archie Panjabi is a master of the prestige pivot, the ability to move from one critically acclaimed show to another, collecting awards and massive paychecks along the way. While she was born in London, her career and her fortune are deeply rooted in the American television ecosystem. Archie's financial breakthrough came with her role as Kalinda Sharma on CBS's The Good Wife. This wasn't just a job, it was a career-defining performance that won her a Primetime Emmy Award. In Hollywood, an Emmy is more than a trophy, it's a negotiating tool. Once you have Emmy Award winner attached to your name, your per-episode quote skyrockets. Industry insiders estimate that top supporting actresses on network hits like The Good Wife can earn upwards of $100,000 to $200,000 per episode. Over 6 seasons, that accumulates into a multi-million-dollar fortune. But unlike many actors who fade after leaving a hit show, Archie treated her career like a diversified portfolio. She jumped immediately into Blind Spot, then San Andreas alongside Dwayne Johnson, and then the post-apocalyptic thriller Snowpiercer. She also led the cast of the suspense drama Departure. This constant workflow across networks, CBS, NBC, and streamers, so Peacock Netflix, ensures that she is never reliant on a single income stream. Archie is notoriously private about her wealth, living a bi-continental lifestyle that allows her to enjoy the best of British culture and American opportunity. However, her earning power is undeniable. She is one of the few Indian-origin actresses who can greenlight a project simply by attaching her name to it. Her wealth is built on reputation. She delivers gravitas, mystery, and intensity, and studios are willing to pay a premium for that guarantee. Her financial story highlights the value of critical acclaim. While others chased fame, Archie chased excellence, and the market rewarded her with a net worth estimated in the mid-single-digit millions. She represents the working wealthy of Hollywood, the elite tier of actors who are always employed, always relevant, and always cashing a network check. Number 6. Parminder Nagra, the network veteran. If Archie Panjabi is the queen of prestige drama, Parminder Nagra is the empress of network consistency. Her journey began with the cultural phenomenon Bend It Like Beckham, the movie that introduced her and Keira Knightley to the world. But while the film gave her fame, it was American television that gave her a fortune. Parminder accomplished something that is statistically almost impossible for a British Indian actress. She walked on to one of the biggest shows in American history, ER, and stayed there for 6 seasons. Playing Dr. Neela Rasgotra, she appeared in 129 episodes of the medical juggernaut. In the mid-2000s, ER was a cash cow, and regular cast members were among the highest-paid actors on television. The residuals from a show like ER, which is syndicated globally in dozens of languages, act like an oil well that never runs dry. After ER, she didn't slow down. She joined the cast of The Blacklist, another massive network hit with high viewership numbers, and then Agents of Shield, tapping into the Marvel money machine. Recently, she headlined her own police procedural, D.I. Ray, further proving she can carry a show as the lead. This transition from ensemble player to lead actress marks a significant jump in earning potential, giving her equity in the show's success. Parminder's wealth has allowed her to navigate a high-profile life in Los Angeles. Following a publicized divorce, documents revealed the scale of her assets, including multi-million-dollar homes in the Hollywood Hills and rental properties generating passive income. She famously sold her Laurel Canyon home, a stunning property with panoramic views, for over $1.3 million years ago, likely rolling that equity into even larger investments. Her financial strategy is boring, effectively boring. She picks shows that run for years, plays characters that are integral to the plot, and invests her earnings in real estate. She avoids the starving artist phase by ensuring she is part of the machinery of Hollywood, the reliable engine that keeps the networks running. Parminder Nagra is proof that the most valuable ability in Hollywood is availability and reliability. Number 5. Liza Koshy, the digital to Hollywood pivot. We have reached the top 5 and the game changes completely. The women we've discussed so far climbed the traditional ladder. Liza Koshy built her own elevator. Liza Koshy represents the new money of the entertainment world. A half-Indian, half-Caucasian dynamo from Houston, Texas, she started making 6-second videos on Vine in high school. Most people saw Vine as a toy. Liza saw it as a distribution platform. She transferred that audience to YouTube, where she became the fastest creator to hit 10 million subscribers. At her peak, her channel was generating tens of millions of views a month, translating to millions of dollars in ad revenue and brand deals. But here is where Liza separates herself from other influencers. She didn't stay on the internet. She used her massive online leverage to kick down the doors of traditional Hollywood. She didn't just audition for roles, she produced them. She created Liza On Demand for YouTube Premium, a show that ran for 3 seasons and allowed her to keep a massive share of the profits. She then pivoted to mainstream hosting, landing gigs with Vogue at the Met Gala. This was a strategic masterstroke. By interviewing the world's biggest stars on the red carpet, she positioned herself as their peer, not their fan. Brands like Beats Electronics and Beyond Meat lined up to pay her 7-figure endorsement fees because she offered something traditional actors couldn't: a direct line to Gen Z. Her acting career has since exploded with roles in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts and the Netflix film Players. Voicing a Transformer in a billion-dollar franchise is a payday that signals you have officially arrived. Her net worth, estimated at around $14 million, is highly liquid compared to older stars who have their money tied up in assets. Liza's income comes from digital streams, merchandise, acting, and hosting, a four-quadrant revenue model that is practically bulletproof. She lives in a stunning, architecturally modern home in Los Angeles, which she has showcased in Architectural Digest, the ultimate badge of celebrity homeowner status. Liza Koshy proves that you don't need a studio to greenlight your career anymore. You just need a camera, a personality, and the business acumen to sell it to the world. Number 4. Freida Pinto, the global brand icon. Number 4 on our list is the woman who turned a single moment of luck into a decade of luxury. Freida Pinto was a model in Mumbai when Danny Boyle cast her in Slumdog Millionaire. The film won 8 Oscars and grossed over $378 million worldwide. Overnight, Freida went from an unknown to one of the most famous faces on the planet. But fame and wealth are two different things. Many overnight successes burn out and go broke. Freida did the opposite. She realized that her value wasn't just in her acting, but in her image. She possessed a look that was globally appealing, simultaneously Indian, Western, and timeless. She signed a massive multi-year contract with L'Oréal Paris, becoming one of their global ambassadors. In the world of celebrity wealth, a beauty contract is the holy grail. It pays millions of dollars annually, requires only a few weeks of work, and plasters your face on billboards from New York to Tokyo. This mailbox money allowed Freida to be incredibly picky with her film roles. She didn't have to do bad movies for paychecks. She could do indie films, art house projects, and prestigious miniseries like Gorilla. Recently, Freida has moved into production with her company, Freebird Films. Producing gives her control and ownership. She signed a first-look deal with E1, a major studio, to develop content. This moves her from the talent side of the ledger to the partner side, where the real equity is built. Her lifestyle is the definition of understated California luxury. She owns a $2.4 million bungalow in Los Feliz, a trendy and exclusive neighborhood in Los Angeles, and previously lived in a $1.5 million rental in Santa Monica. She drives practical but premium cars and invests heavily in social causes, which paradoxically increases her brand value. Freida Pinto's fortune, estimated at around $14 million, is a masterclass in leveraging a breakout moment. She proves that you don't need 50 movies to be rich. You just need one cultural phenomenon and the business sense to capitalize on it. Number 3. Padma Lakshmi, the culinary mogul. We are now in the heavy hitter territory. Padma Lakshmi is not just rich, she is an institution. For 19 seasons, she was the face, the voice, and the soul of Top Chef, one of the most successful reality competition shows in television history. When Padma first joined Top Chef, she was a model and author. By the time she left, she was an executive producer and a cultural icon. Her salary per episode in the later seasons was reportedly in the mid-5-figure range, but that pales in comparison to her producer fees and back-end points. 19 seasons of television creates a mountain of cash, but Padma used that platform to build a personal brand that transcends the screen. She is a best-selling author of cookbooks and memoirs, including Love, Loss, and What We Ate. In the publishing world, celebrity cookbooks are massive revenue generators, and Padma's authority in the food space means her books fly off the shelves. She also launched her own line of frozen rice and culinary products, Padma's Easy Exotic, directly tapping into the consumer food market. Selling a physical product in grocery stores is a volume business that can generate millions in passive revenue. Beyond food, she has a jewelry line and lucrative endorsement deals with brands that want to associate with her image of sophistication and worldly intelligence. She recently launched a new show, Taste the Nation, on Hulu, where she serves as creator and executive producer. This move was about ownership, owning the narrative, owning the IP, and owning the profit participation. Her wealth is displayed in her real estate portfolio. She owns a stunning loft-style apartment in New York City's East Village, which she has meticulously renovated. The property is worth millions and serves as the backdrop for her social media cooking videos, which drive further engagement to her brands. Padma Lakshmi's net worth, estimated at over 40 million, is the result of relentless reinvention. She turned eating food on TV into a multi-vertical business empire. Number 2. Mindy Kaling, the showrunner supreme. If Padma owns the kitchen, Mindy Kaling owns the writer's room. Mindy is one of the most powerful women in Hollywood, period. Her wealth is not derived merely from acting. It comes from creating. She is the architect of her own fortune. Mindy's financial foundation was built on The Office. She wasn't just Kelly Kapoor, she was a writer, a director, and an executive producer. This gave her a piece of the back-end profits. The Office is one of the most streamed shows in history. Every time it gets sold to a new streamer, like the $500 million deal for it to move to Peacock, Mindy gets paid. She makes millions of dollars a year doing absolutely nothing, simply because she wrote episodes in 2006. But Mindy didn't rest on her Dunder Mifflin millions. She created the Mindy Project, which ran for 6 seasons. Then she created Never Have I Ever for Netflix. Then, The Sex Lives of College Girls for HBO Max. Do you see the pattern? She is a content factory. In 2019, she signed an exclusive 6-year overall deal with Warner Bros. Television, reportedly worth $8.5 million a year, and that's just the base salary. It doesn't include production fees or profit participation. Her production company, Kaling International, is a powerhouse that employs teams of writers and develops shows across multiple networks. This makes her a showrunner mogul, a title that carries massive respect and even massive checks. Mindy lives like the mogul she is. She bought a Frank Sinatra-designed beach house in Malibu for nearly $10 million. She also owns a historic estate in the exclusive Hancock Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, which she purchased for over $6.5 million. Her real estate portfolio alone is worth more than the career earnings of most A-list actors. Mindy Kaling's net worth, hovering around $35 to $45 million, proves that the most powerful person on a film set isn't the one in front of the camera, it's the one holding the pen. Number 1. Priyanka Chopra, the global empire. And now, the woman who sits alone at the top, the undisputed queen of Indian wealth in America, Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka's fortune, estimated between $80 million and $100 million, is not just impressive, it is structurally different from everyone else on this list. She operates like a venture capitalist who acts on the side. Her acting fees are staggering. For the Amazon Prime series Citadel, she reportedly commanded a paycheck that rivals the biggest male stars in Hollywood, negotiating for pay parity from day one. But her acting money is just the seed capital for her true empire, business. Priyanka was an early investor in the dating app Bumble, helping to launch it in India. When Bumble went public on the NASDAQ, her stake likely surged in value. She also invested in the Holberton School, a coding education startup, and Human Co., a health-focused holding company. She doesn't just endorse products. She buys equity in the companies that make them. She launched her own hair care line, Anomaly, at Target. Unlike luxury celebrity brands, Anomaly is a mass-market product. This is a volume play. Selling millions of bottles at $6 each generates more revenue than selling a few thousand expensive creams. The brand has been a massive success, adding significantly to her annual cash flow. Then there is Sona, the upscale Indian restaurant she opened in New York City. While she recently stepped away from the partnership, the venture established her as a tastemaker in the hospitality space. She also has her own homeware line, Sona Home, selling luxury dinnerware. And we haven't even mentioned Purple Pebble Pictures, her production house. The company produces regional Indian films on small budgets that generate high returns and is now developing content for Amazon Studios under a first-look TV deal. Her lifestyle is the stuff of fantasy. She shares a $20 million mansion in Encino, California, with her husband Nick Jonas. The house features a bowling alley, an indoor basketball court, and a wet bar that looks like a nightclub. She has a car collection that includes a Rolls-Royce Ghost, and a Mercedes Maybach. She wears diamonds worth millions on the red carpet, often her own. Priyanka Chopra is number 1 because she refused to choose a lane. She is Bollywood royalty and Hollywood elite. She is a tech investor and a beauty mogul. She is an artist and an asset manager. She has built a bridge between the East and the West, and she has set up a toll booth on it, collecting a fortune from every traveler who passes through. Each actress on this list proves the same point. Wealth in entertainment is never just about talent. It is about who understands ownership, who knows how to expand beyond acting, and who treats their career like a long-term business instead of a single job. These women built their names into brands, invested intelligently, and created financial structures designed to last decades. If this countdown showed you anything, it is that the most successful entertainers are the ones who think like entrepreneurs. And the women on this list are some of the sharpest in the game. Thanks for watching, and get ready for the next story of power, money, and ambition.